work on settle. First step, I put the towel out, I fluff it out. If the dog even pays any attention, I mark, put the cookie on the opposite side so he has to walk onto the towel, and I mark and reinforce him being on the towel. I mark and reinforce about 6 times rapidly in a row. That was less than 6, but you do about 6 to 8, and then I target, I toss it off, and I pick up the towel. The next step is I am going to fluff the towel out, mark and reinforce him coming onto the towel, ask him for a down, which he already knows, that's why he started doing it, and then I click and treat multiple times as he's on the towel to really use a rapid reinforcement and express to him that this is a really good place to be. Target, off. Okay, next step is I'm going to fluff the towel. If he pays any attention to the towel, I mark, put the cookie on the opposite side so he has to walk across the towel. I ask for a down and click treat once his belly hits the towel, and I do again 6 to 8, mark and reinforce right in a row on the towel to explain to him, yes, this is a really good spot to be. Target, off. Next step, instead of the verbal and the visual down, I'm just going to give him the visual cue for down. So I fluff out the towel, pays any attention, I mark and reinforce putting the cookie on the opposite side so he needs to get all 4 paws on, and I'm just going to give him the visual cue, down. Sorry, I said down, but I meant to just be visual. And I'm going to label the behavior, which is going to be S-U-T-T-L-E. Let's target him off and do that step right this time. There we go. So I am going to fluff out the towel, mark, put the cookie on the opposite side so he has to get on. This time I'm going to visual cue, settle, and label it as his belly hits the ground, 6 to 8, click treat right in a row so that he understands this is a really good place to be. Target off. Second to last step, once you are able to put out the towel, he goes on it, you give the visual cue, he lies down, you label the settle. Once you've got to that step, you're going to go to this next one, which is you put out the towel, any interest, click, put the cookie where it has to go, and you would wait. Settle, and label it as he goes down. Belly hits the ground, on the towel only, you call it settle. If he's doing it off the towel, you call it down, because again, settle is only when you're on this towel. Okay, rapid rate of reinforcement to communicate this is a really super place to be. Target and off. And the very final step, once you're able to label the settle as he lies down voluntarily, without a verbal or visual cue, remember you start with the verbal and visual, then just the visual. Once he lies down automatically and you label it as he's doing it, is that we will be able to cue the behavior, which is, come over here, buddy. Is that we will put out the towel, and the presentation of the towel is the actual cue, and also the verbal cue, which will be settle. So I put out the towel, I say settle, and I mark and reinforce the dog for being down on the towel, and then we build duration so that he stays there until we ask him to do anything else. Wait. Good boy. All right, and that's what you're going to work on this week. If you don't get all the way to the end, do not worry. Work on the steps slow and carefully. You want to build it up nice so that we get the dogs understanding that lying down on the towel is the place to be. Hey, buddy. Okay. Thank you.